next group of Irish dogs for disabled, Jennifer and Orla, to come on the stage for their presentation, please.
Hello everybody. My name is Jennifer Dowler, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Dogs for Disabled. The charity was set up in 2007. And I thought it was bittersweet. You won't be able to read lots of stuff that's on this program. So basically, we were set up as a result of the need for our services, really. I was getting approached regularly to train people's pet dogs, to assist them physically, and I was finding myself more and more in that situation. So then I contacted Dogs for Disabled in the UK, and we then looked into the process of setting up our organisation in Ireland. So in 2007 we set up the organisation, and then we started initially with breeding our own dogs, and we put our first 6 puppies on our programme. Thank you, Alma. I'm not a technical person, there's not computers. Alright. Okay. So we deal with quite a complex client base with multiple disabilities. But our mission is fairly simple. It's really, our dogs cost $15,000 to produce. So therefore we want to make sure that the dogs are going to be used and be beneficial to the person. So we need the dogs to work, but also we need the dogs to be loved, respected and appreciated. Okay, so our mission is simple, to improve the quality of life and independence of our clients through the provision of our highly trained assistance dogs. We train primarily 3 types of dogs. So a task dog, what we call a task dog is for wheelchair users, so we train both children and adults. So children would have a parent guardian working alongside them, but the dogs we train to basically 3 tasks: pulling, pushing, retrieving objects. And so that was retrieving anything they drop, opening doors, pulling, opening doors, or picking something up the floor. Also we use touching electronic doors, alarms, and so on. And then we were then faced with another issue where we had people approach us specifically with children with cerebral palsy. And cerebral palsy is where the child generally is starved of oxygen at birth, and as a result is left with brain damage, which affects their physical movements. So their muscles and the bones, and they're often wheelchair users or very limited mobility. So we have a lot of stability dogs now in the program, and it is hugely successful. In fact, we are currently looking to do study research on our program, because we have a lot of children now who would have come to us in wheelchairs and they're now walking because of their dogs. So 50% of what the dog does is physically assisting the child, and 50% is motivation to keep that child going. Because it is very hard when you fall every 5 foot to get back up and go again and fall again and get back up and fall again. So we've seen huge problems with kids that couldn't walk across the stage, and now can do flights and flights and flights of stairs and walk for miles. Then thirdly, we're getting approached by a lot of people with maybe cerebral palsy, but sometimes with that condition they can be left with intellectual difficulties as well. And because of their inability to instruct the dog, we felt they didn't meet our requirements to get an assistance dog. So in order for it to get an assistance dog for those who are disabled, really someone has to be able to instruct the dog independently. Okay, so that's when we started providing therapy dogs to families or adults living in Ireland. So this is who we are, what we do. So dogs are trained to do a variety of tasks. So Orla's going to do a demonstration. That's perfect. Orla's going to do it. So Orla's got little Harvey. Harvey is one of our chocolate labs. As I'm talking to you, Harvey was one of the first puppies born in the country in a prison. So Harvey and all his brothers and sisters were born in the Dublin section, which is the female wing of Mountjoy. We had 2 litters born this year. Hugely successful program, and we'll be continuing the program. So we're delighted to have the support of the governors and the Irish Service in this program. So Harvey is from our own program. So we're just going to show you just basically what our puppies are like. So because our clients are often very physically affected, you know, the dogs need to be safe. Safety is paramount. So we start training our puppies from a very young age, and we invest a lot of time and effort in the period of 0 to 12 weeks. So Harvey would have been handled by everybody. He would have been, like, do not touch me on my jacket, because we want him to talk to the dog. Talk to the dog. So Harvey's like, yeah, whatever, I'm so over you talking to me. He doesn't really react to the talking to the dog. And we use clicker trains, or he's got a clicker, to reinforce behaviours. So then we can shape, we train all our basic movers with clicker, and then we can shape more complex behaviours later. So Harvey will sit, he'll lie down, he'll play the phone. Harvey, can you touch? Sometimes. So it's important that our dogs enjoy what they're doing, and it benefits us that we have 3 different types of dog, because it means then that we don't have to, if our dogs don't like retrieving, they will also become stability dogs. If they don't like, if they're not very steady enough for stability work, and they don't really like retrieving, then they become therapy dog. So, you know, we don't really ask for dogs to do anything they don't like to do, because for us, the dog is a big, it's a very important aspect of it. We love our dogs are our children, and we're only going to give our dogs to clients that we trust, that will look after them and care for them like they would their own children. So it's of utmost importance to us. They are cared for, loved, and treated with dignity and respect at all times. Good boy, Harvey. So Harvey will be well used to babies and children pulling at him and crawling under him and everything. So he's a really nice puppy. So he's one of 9 in that program. And as I say, he comes from one of our own villages, and really nice, really nice. So he's uncles and aunts and everything are all assistance dogs already in the country. So do you want to show them the TV? So basically the training is based on positive reinforcement behaviour with food and play. We encourage play drive. Yeah.
Have to get redressed.
Yeah. So Tizzy is just a demo dog we have, because we have dogs in different stages, dogs in training, so no one has demo dog ready. So hopefully she'll do it. No pressure on that.
What's it to say about dogs and children?
Yeah. And again, if she does it, it's generally not life or death. But often we train behaviours individually, and we find later on that we give the clients skills to be able to upskill their own dogs. So although the dog will be trained to push a button on the door, if we told us to raise the alarm, if we told to get a blanket or push anything individually. We had a client there actually with Harley's uncle, and the man fell out of his wheelchair. The dog went without instruction, went and got a pillow, went and got a blanket, and set the alarm and opened the door so the emergency services could get in. So, but that's where the dogs use their natural initiative, and we try not to override their initiative, the natural initiative thought process.
So Jenny mentioned that one of the skills that our dogs are taught is to pull, and we'll just show you how this can be used in many, many different ways. One of the ways can be to pull a wheelchair towards the client, if they're sitting in the couch, but undressing can be a huge issue. So gloves, if you have a physical disability, so we're going to ask you to pull. Pull.
And because normally when the client is living with the dog, they'll be doing that all the time automatically, where Tizzy is just a normal pet really, and she just comes out on occasion to do demos. So with a dog that's actually working every day, they do it without even instruction. It kind of amazes me even when I see the clients and the dog's working. I think we didn't ask the dog to do that, yeah, he just knows. And they just hit the pedestrian crossing button, here or that. She thinks you're a bit slow.
She knows she has to go and retrieve things. She would know keys, she would know the word phone, she would know the word remote control. So that's why I put it there previously. They would set it right and say, go find, go get, and she was just going, hurry up, mother, I'm not working.
Yeah, just so as I said already,
You can't train them to be stupid.
no, that's my famous motto. You can't train the dogs to be stupid, and people don't read.
So the other thing is, we train them with general everyday objects. If somebody might drop it through the wheelchair, it can be hard to access. So we just put it to the pen. So Tizzy, get it, Tizzy. Good girl. She's just having her nose. Good girl. Thank you. Okay, the same with the glasses case. If it's dropped, pick it up and put it back. And then the other thing, if I was to drop the bottle, Tizzy, just delete it. In the bin. In the bin. Run. Get up. Get up. Tizzy, in the bin.
You put it in the middle, right? Good girl, I think you tried to train me there already.
The other thing, Jenny mentioned, we'll go back to that in a minute. She's a step ahead of me, as you can see, the whole time. She goes around the schools and she gives demonstrations, so she knows it's a step ahead. The dogs are asked to touch. Again, it's used for buttons, for pedestrian crossings in the back, and electric buttons. In the middle.
Trying to get them off the focus and concentrate.
So then we'd also ask the dogs if they can touch. Here. So again, that's used on pedestrian crossings, back buttons, that kind of thing. And she's just gone, they're going to do reach their hand to get as many things. So again, the same with jackets, they're asked to pull, they can pull a sleeve if you're in a wheelchair. It can be very awkward to get a jacket off, so the dog has to pull. And then the second sleeve would come on as well. So that would be a very small sample, we can't put wheelchairs on the sleeve.
No.
So it would be a very small sample of how new skills can be shaped to for various.
Yeah, well, some dogs are very play-driven and are real workers and want to be working all the time. And they all go to our clients, our adult clients that are living on their own, where the dog, if it doesn't do something, could be a life or death situation. If the dog goes to a child and it doesn't do it immediately, it's not the usually the work, usually children are never left on their own. And it's important as well that the client realises that you have to reward the behaviour, whether it be food, play or love. It's critical that the behaviour is rewarded. So part of our program, so at the moment we have a breeding program in the Douglas where we're breeding our puppies, and we have then the puppies leave the Douglas Centre and come to our HQ in Cork until they're about 12 weeks old, and then they go to our puppy socialisers where they live up to about 18 months. And then they go on to a program called Shelton Abbey. It's the Buddy Dog program in Shelton Abbey. So that's our original prison dog program, where we placed almost 2 years ago now, placed 4 dogs in Shelton Abbey prison. It's quite a large prison, I don't know if anyone's aware of it. It's on a 60-acre farm, and they have paddocks and they have lakes, and it's a very tough area for dogs, and they have a great time chasing ducks and pigeons and pheasants. But it really has worked out really, really well. For us, we didn't know how it was going to work out, so the dogs go there in early training, and they spend approximately 3 to 4 months in there, where the men will each allocate the dog, and the men work in groups. So, and then our trainer goes in every week and instructs the men as to what they need to be working on with the dog, and the dogs are assessed weekly. It has benefited the charity financially, because we're not relying on paid staff to do this work. And it also has huge benefits in the prison, because the governor in Shanghai is very nice, very operation. But the reality is, there's no way they would do this program if it wasn't beneficial for them as well. So they've seen the prisoners have relaxed, and they're more chatty, and they're getting more exercise, and it's all going really well. And similarly, in the Doka Centre, once the dogs are in there, it's much calmer, and everyone gets on well. So throughout the dogs' training and everything, they're benefiting huge volumes of people. So this is one of the wardens in the Doka Centre, with one of Harvey's litter. This is one of the boys I got. This is Duncan. And we have almost 200 dogs at different stages throughout the country. And as I said, it costs 15,000 to train a dog. But we need more help, as every organisation does. Our wait list is currently 5 years and closed, because we simply cannot put on any more on the wait list once it's long. So I'd like to say thank you for listening to me today. I hope you learned something new about our organisation and other organisations today. Thank you very much.